Good morning, Blues. Welcome to AG Chelsea TV, your daily dose of everything Chelsea. From the latest transfer updates to match previews, exclusive insights, and behind-the-scenes action, we've got you covered. It's a brand new day, and there's plenty to talk about in the world of the Blues. So grab your coffee, sit back, and let's dive into today's top stories. Maresca picks out two players for mistakes cost Chelsea draw. Enzo Maresca has taken his post-match press conference after Chelsea's draw with Ipswich at home. As you'd expect, there was a very negative vibe to the whole thing. What else can you expect? We dropped points last weekend against Brentford, and have really tough games to come. It was absolutely crucial to get a win today, but we fumbled it brutally. Maresca was asked what went wrong for his team, who conceded two soft goals and looked so short of belief and motivation, especially in the first half. As I said at the beginning, it's tough, even in the first 20 minutes, at this stage of the season, against these kinds of teams. If you are able to score the first one, the game completely changes on your side, the manager said. Unfortunately, we missed chances, and then we conceded. I think the team was not good enough in different things. This is where we need to take one step forward and react in the right way. Pressed for more detail on where his team had let themselves down, Maresca pointed to the defensive errors in the first half. I think we started quite well, creating chances. Then when they scored the first goal, the game completely changed. The dynamic of the game, I think for 20 to 25 minutes until the first half, we were not good enough, especially defensively, because the two goals we conceded were from our mistake. He even named Enzo Fernandez and goalkeeper Robert Sanchez as culprits. I think both goals we conceded, both we can defend better. But if you analyze both goals, the first goal is from Enzo, long ball, lose the ball, we concede. Second one is goal kick, long ball, we concede. Chelsea's 5 out of 10 flop must be axed. Enzo Maresca's Chelsea side dropped two vital points in their 2-2 draw against Ipswich. However, it could have been far worse, having gone into the halftime interval 2-0 down courtesy of goals from Julio Enciso and Ben Johnson. Chelsea continue to have struggles between the sticks, as Robert Sanchez put in another subpar performance, being awarded a 5 out of 10 match rating from Goal, who wrote of his display that the goalkeeper set a sour tone with incredibly poor distribution and looked a bag of nerves throughout. The 27-year-old has made as many as 28 appearances for the Blues this season, already conceding 33 goals, keeping 7 clean sheets in 520 minutes played. Sanchez often put Maresca's side under pressure against Ipswich, looking to play out from the back, but only completing one of his 9 long ball attempts in the game and having a 64% passing accuracy, losing possession, and allowing Ipswich to attack the Blues when out of shape. These mistakes have been occurring all season. On certain occasions, the Spaniard has made some big saves to offset the criticism for his blunders, but that was not the case against Ipswich, as Sanchez only managed 2 saves, conceding 2 of the 4 shots on his goal. Chelsea's chances of playing Champions League football next season could fall flat due to their issues in this department. And whether they make it or not, big changes will be needed in the goalkeeping department next season, either from internal solutions or the transfer market. Sanchez must be axed, not just for their next game, but for next season. Enzo Maresca praises Jadon Sancho amid future doubt. Sancho's strike against Ipswich was only his 3rd in the Premier League this season. The winger has not scored enough goals in the current campaign. Maresca himself has demanded more from Sancho, but the Chelsea boss still seems pleased with him overall. Speaking about the 25-year-old after the game, Maresca said to Football.London and the rest of the English media, "Yeah, no, he's doing well. Today we decided to start with Pedro, Neto, and Noni, Madueke. Noni is back from injury, scored twice the other day. Pedro is doing well. And Jadon is playing almost every game. The idea was just to refresh a little bit with him, knowing that he's going to give us a good moment. Goal assist, and he'll show himself in the second half. Then for the future, to be honest, now is the moment. With 1 month to go, it's just the focus. It's about how we can finish, and then we have time to decide." To go with his 3 goals, Sancho has also recorded 4 assists in the English top flight. He registered 2 in Chelsea's last Conference League fixture against Legia Warsaw as well. Someone who knows what it takes to play on the wing is Joe Cole, and the Chelsea legend recently had some words of advice for Sancho. Watching the England international regularly, Cole thinks he needs to be more direct and take players on the outside. When Cole spoke about Sancho during the week, he said, "That's what I want to see more from him. Take him on the outside. You want to see him be more direct, and he was tonight in the second half. Pleased for him as well." If Sancho can do that and score a few more goals before the end of the season, then Chelsea may very well decide to keep him. Pundit blame Chelsea duo for bad form. Sky Sports have put their verdict out on Chelsea's poor form recently, and they pin the blame on two blunt Chelsea attackers. The news comes off the back of Chelsea only managing to draw 2-2 at home with Ipswich Town yesterday, a team who are destined to be in the Championship again next season. One BBC pundit has pinned the blame on the players for the draw yesterday, saying that they have to take a long hard look at themselves after that poor performance. And head coach Enzo Maresca has also picked out two of his players for making some mistakes in the game which he believes was not good enough and cost them overall, though it was so poor. And blame really must be shared between the head coach, the manager, and those who have built an unbalanced squad at Chelsea that severely lacks quality, experience and balance. Chelsea's attackers could not find the net again yesterday, and the numbers do not look good at all for Nicolas Jackson and Cole Palmer right now. Sky Sports' Peter Smith wrote yesterday after the Ipswich draw, "The wait goes on for Chelsea's key forwards Cole Palmer and Nicolas Jackson. It's now 14 games without a goal for Palmer and 11 for Jackson. They had 11 shots between them here without success, many during the home side's dominant start to the game. Chelsea may have ended up with 2 goals to their name. Axel Tuanzebe also turned into his own goal from Noni Madueke's cross, but it's now 55 shots taken across their past 2 Premier League games, and a lack of cutting edge and confidence in the final third is costing them badly." Palmer and Jackson were the driving force for Chelsea in the first half of this season, but they're blunt right now and Chelsea are suffering as a result. Enzo Maresca faces the sack. Ade Oladipo and Rory Jennings were on TalkSport this morning, and a major talking point was Chelsea's Conference League win over Legia Warsaw, and the competition as a whole. Both pundits seemed convinced that Chelsea manager Enzo Maresca faces the sack, and that this trophy could be just a consolation. You know who this is bigger for than Chelsea? Enzo Maresca. He ain't there next season, but he's leaving with a trophy. I think he's not there next season, but I think he takes a trophy with him, Oladipo mused. You know, I'm not a fan of Enzo Maresca. I think he's been totally over-promoted. He's out of his depth, and I look forward to the day that he's no longer Chelsea manager. Jennings added, but in the Conference League I actually feel a little bit sorry for him, because he's done for whether he wins or loses. If he wins it, I'm going to say, of course he wins it. I've never heard of half the teams in it. If he loses it, I'm going to go, he should be backed on the spot. So ultimately he's on a hiding to nothing. This is all very odd. They both sound totally convinced that Maresca's not going to be sticking around next season. But we see things totally the other way. We've never been more convinced that he's staying. Oladipo seems to think that Maresca could win the Conference League and get sacked. We think that he could lose the Conference League and drop out of the Champions League places in the Premier League and still keep his job. Well, we only have to wait a few weeks to find out who's right. Chelsea plot Man United £30 million transfer hijack. Chelsea are confident that in-demand Ipswich Town talent Liam Delap will want to join the Blues over Premier League rivals Manchester United this summer, with Enzo Maresca keen to lure 22-year-old to Stamford Bridge. Give Me Sport reported on Sunday that Chelsea are very much still pursuing Delap, even if it is the Red Devils who are more readily touted as the front-runners to sign the striker. The Blues are said to be quietly positioning themselves to be in a favourable position for the transfer race, with Ipswich Town seemingly destined for relegation to the Championship. Delap is known to have a £30 million release clause in his contract, which could be a bargain price for a young player who has bagged an impressive 12 goals in his first Premier League season for the Strugglers. It is claimed that Manchester United's interest in Delap is genuine, but that the side is also looking at other options, and that hesitancy could allow Chelsea to steal in with Maresca, a fan of the Bagsman. Speaking about the player's future this month, Ipswich Town boss Kieran McKenna said, "It's not something that's been discussed loads internally at the moment because everyone's focus has been on Bournemouth, Wolves, and now Chelsea. If you ask me, is that a possibility, that Delap stays? I think it's certainly a possibility. Liam's a young striker. He's developing really well at the football club. He's happy and is improving every week, and we're enjoying working with him. I'm sure there's lots of different possibilities, but Liam's an Ipswich player. He enjoys being an Ipswich player, and that's where his full focus is." Chelsea youngster continues meteoric rise. Two of Cobham's brightest graduates recently starred in the Conference League, with Tariq George scoring his first goal for the club and Enzo Maresca heaping praise on Josh Achampong. There are many young talents who are set to join the club in the coming years after the Blues have worked hard to secure their signature ahead of a number of rival clubs. The highlight additions up to now have been Estevao Willian and Kendry Paez, both players who are set to be part of Maresca's first team as soon as next season. There are plenty of youngsters around the world though who are continuing to rise up the ranks in their respective countries ahead of a hopefully flourishing future at Stamford Bridge. One of those is striker Jadon Sancho, who the Blues signed for a fee of around £3 million as an option for the future. Sancho is his club's record sale despite his young age, and is now being handed the chance to feature for Kairat Almaty's first team squad. He was on the bench for their Kazakh Cup game against Kaspi Aktau. however entered the fray at halftime and didn't take long to make his mark. Just 8 minutes into the second half, the 16-year-old picked up the ball around 30 yards out, before cutting onto his right foot and unleashing a strike into the bottom corner. In just his second start for Kairat Almaty, Satpiv scored twice in 3 minutes for them, continuing his meteoric rise as a young talent. His impact has not been limited to club football either. The teenager has made his debut for the Kazakhstan senior side already. Satpiv broke the record for being the youngest player in his country's history to appear for them, with him only doing his chances of continuing to play for them no harm. Man United ready to bid for Chelsea target. Manchester United are looking to sign the Lion attacking midfielder Ryan Cherki at the end of the season, and they will face competition from Chelsea. The 21-year-old midfielder has done quite well this season. He has 10 goals and 18 assists to his name in all competitions. He has been outstanding for Lyon in League One, and he has done quite well in the European competition as well. He has been described as an incredible talent in the past. Cherki produced an exceptional display against Manchester United recently, and it is no surprise that the Red Devils are keen on securing his signature. The French international terrorized the Manchester United defense with his technical ability, dribbling, and vision. He managed to get on the scoresheet as well. There is no doubt that he has the technical attributes to succeed in the Premier League as well, and he could be a star for Manchester United if they can get the deal done. According to a report from Fishages, they would be willing to offer £20 million in order to get the deal done. Liverpool are keen on the player as well. Meanwhile, Chelsea are prepared to submit an offer for the 21-year-old as well. Both clubs have the resources to afford the £20 million asking price for the talented young midfielder, and it remains to be seen where he ends up. The reported asking price could prove to be a major bargain. Both clubs need a player like him with technical ability, flair and vision in the final third. He will help them open up deep defenses. That's a wrap for today's Chelsea news. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to AG Chelsea TV so you never miss an update on the Blues. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and we'll see you in the next episode. Until then, keep the blue flag flying high. Come on, Chelsea.